I can already see the comments now. This guy wants something for nothing. This guy hates charity. This guy makes loads of money from charity shops and then makes a video complaining about charity shops. But charity shops do irritate me, and I'm sure they irritate many of you as well. Recently, I went into a charity shop and had a look at their games. Now, their games weren't particularly overpriced. They were about £1.50, £2 each, which is fine. They weren't worth it, so I left it, but I don't have any complaints there because they were quite low value. However, their console, on the other hand, or consoles I should say, they weren't low in value. They were well overpriced. The console in question was a Wii. Now, they had two of them, neither of which had a Wii remote. One had two nunchucks for some reason and a third-party pad, but both of them were £30 each. Now, I have recently sold a Wii with a balance board and games, full set of controllers, and I didn't even achieve 30. In fact, I think I only got about 25, and that was with postage minus fees and so on. So how a charity shop fully expects to get £30 for one of these, I'll never know. So what's my problem with this? The charity shop is asking £30. Am I annoyed that they're asking more than I got for mine and mine was complete? Well, I am, but not for the reason that you may think. I'm obviously all for charity shops making money. Without them, A, they wouldn't be there anymore and I couldn't source from them, and of course, the charity in question wouldn't get any money. My issue here is there was a sign outside and I wish I'd taken a picture, and I thought about it at the time and for some reason I just didn't do it. It was like a sandwich board sign that said we can no longer take donations because we are full. They are full, meaning of course they have no room. Their stock room is fully stocked and their shelves on the shop floor are packed, and it was. When it comes to charity shops no longer accepting donations, at least for the time being, they are essentially turning away money. While I was in one particular charity shop, someone came in and wanted to donate a bag of what I presume to be clothes. However, this particular charity shop said, we can't take it, we are full. I didn't buy anything from this charity shop because I didn't actually find anything I wanted, but some of the prices were a little bit over the top. It would make so much more sense if these charity shops lowered the prices of things, sold them on quicker to get through product in order to be able to continue to take donations. That's my main takeaway from this video, if I'm honest. Whether it be clothes, video games, media, pottery, toys, it doesn't make a blind bit of difference. If the prices are far lower, especially in this economy where people don't have as much money, people are more likely to buy them. People need money these days more than they ever have done. Prices are going through the roof and they don't show signs of stopping, especially when it comes to things like utility bills. I'd love to be able to sit here and say that I'm fully on top of mine, but I'm not. And that's why I don't have a problem with people buying and selling for a living. And it does help that I do it myself as well, of course. I don't necessarily understand the judgment people give of people trying to make money through charity shops. So for example, resellers get a bad name. They'll go into charity shops, pick up some things, and then document that on YouTube, and then the comments are full of people who are criticizing them for making money off the charity. When in actual fact, those people are the type that will never buy anything from a charity shop, and the reseller has just given money to charity from buying the item. So who's in the wrong there? But that's by the by, this video isn't about right or wrong. But if these charity shops who are no longer accepting donations just had a little look at the bigger picture, I think they would be able to get through a lot more product. Lower the prices down, make it enticing for customers to buy, and then you won't have to put out signs that say you're no longer accepting donations. You can just fly through it, process it, and get it back out onto the shop floor for people to buy. One day I will sit down with someone who determines the prices in charity shops and ask them some questions. I'm not angry, I'm just curious. I hate it when charity shops price match CEX. There is one near me, a British Heart Foundation, that does this quite regularly. When it comes to DVDs, I think £5 for a pound is fair, because out of the hundreds of thousands of DVDs that exist, there are only a handful that are actually worth anything, and for charity shops to pick up on these and catch them would require an awful lot of research. So £5 for a pound on those, I get it. Maybe 2 or 3 for a pound on box sets, fine. Or a pound each even. When it comes to Blu-rays and indeed video games, I would not be against charity shops price matching CEX's cash price. I think that would be a fair way to do it, especially those who are close to a CEX, because the one opposite mine, they will price match CEX's sale prices, which is not really great because I don't consider CEX to be fairly priced anyway. In my opinion, the reason CEX priced their games so high in most cases is because people are able to use credit against them. They're not really expecting people to walk in there and and drop cash, full cash amount on a game. They're expecting people to trade things in order to knock some money off this game and then pay the extra. You can't do that in a charity shop. I mean, I can walk in and give them a duvet, but they're not going to give me any money for that. So I then have to pay full price for the game, which if they price match in CEX, I may as well go over to CEX and use my credit. So my proposal to charity shops would be to just scan them into the CEX app, which takes seconds, and then price them up according to the cash price. Now, a lot of people would be against this because I'm sure a lot of charity shops you've been to, maybe your local charity shops, will charge £1 per game, 50p a game, or even 4 or 5 games for £1. And of course, if your charity shop does that, please let me know where that is in the comment section and I'll be there tomorrow. But failing that, of course, I just feel like price matching the CEX cash price makes so much more sense. I think everyone in that scenario is a winner, to be fair. The charity shop makes some decent money from it. The customer gets a cheaper game that they can either trade into CEX for a couple of pounds extra, or they can put into their collection. Far cheaper than they would have been able to had they bought it from CEX. If you want to check out a video from my series where I regularly visit charity shops, you can click here, and until the next time, goodbye.